engaging without ultimate abilities, and that allows you to continue to set up the pace of the game before having to wait on cooldown. So maybe CLG can still find what they're looking for with these ultimates, but the burden of execution is, I think, a bit higher now.
Yeah, I'm just generally curious to see Morel. She is, of course, the newest champion to the league. She has seen a couple games already in the LCS with not too much success, but I think like how she functions and what her, her core things she wants to do in comps are still maybe to be seen. Just Smoothie there, who he saw the play and went for it, flashed in with the E, and now going to force closer down here as well. So the dive is very real here. There is no help for the CLG 2v2.
They're just going to try to deny this.
E lands, closes in. Burn damage not enough. There's the Eep, and there's first blood for Closer. Puts up the white flag as Turtle. Also still in trouble here. Who he's going to try and get the wave pushed in.
But there's no help coming.
E lands in. Closer going to tank the tower. FBI going to start things off. He's tanking tower aggro now. That has to flash away. Does use the heal, but who he with the W. He's able to clean it up. Closer will get executed though. But that's all worth it in the end. That's 2 kills down for the 100 Thieves bottom lane.
Huge play there out of the bottom lane. That execute is a big deal too. And it's not like CLG gets anything in return. The Talia wasn't even counter jungling during.
And then execution looking very good to the tune of about 1,000 gold ahead now, which the bulk of which will sit on FBI's Kai'Sa despite the CS deficit he's currently in. Although catching this wave, he's going to be okay. TP down is who he finds a play again. Turtle going to be the target. Good stun there for Smoothie. But Demonte's here. The shockwave lands and see you later as who he is going to grab his first kill. Now Smoothie going to get chased down with a decent chunk of damage being done. But only 1 kill this time for 100 Thieves.
Just look at the setup that 100 Thieves are playing with. So they dive the bottom lane, the wave bounces back, they set up a ward behind you on the bounce back, and then TP on your ass and kill you right away. It's a great continuation of the advantage they found into the bottom lane, and this is them knowing how to exploit the bottom lane and transition that into global objectives. It's a huge move out of them that's just steadily getting them a big gold lead. This is just really impressive stuff out of this roster, and I think the fact that we're so early on into the tournament is what makes it so impressive. Middle of the display, we're looking at these moves, and you see them kind of being up in XP. Hasn't had to TP anywhere. Barely at the base, as you mentioned before, and now Closer back down to the bottom side of the map. What a surprise, Crumbs. Okay. Ooh, it hits.
Go to sleep. Not yet. Closer once more. Does put him to sleep now, but there's Hoopy. That's the real target they wanted. Wild Turtle, see you later. Had cleanse and flash and didn't get to use either.
He just woke up and was like, where's my friend? Where'd they go? Deleted.
Yep, suplexed in by Set. It's one of the reasons he's so powerful. Able to lock down a single top side of the map. And Someday again, he'll pop Dominus, he'll keep respect. Probelta also potentially roaming up here, but Sunday's going to try and fight for some of these Krugs here. Solo continuing to want to find pressure, does get plates, but Rift Herald in the bottom side is going to make this race for the tower not a race at all. FBI is going to get all the gold as per usual.
And the Dragon too, they're going to get an objective out of this one, so yeah, it looks like a trade for CLG, but 100 Thieves is getting the steal in this one. And you wanted to look at how this Renekton was going to in this one, and you wanted to look at how this Renekton was going to play in Someday's hand when it's on 100 Thieves, because we know that Someday was always okay with being weak sided, and he's just going to get taken out.
Oh, what a stun. I think there might be enough. Solo's going to have to jump out of there. He is going to get killed. Someday finds the trade under his own tower despite all that pressure.
That is a big outplay. I thought he was going to die without being able to trade, but he actually gets it right at the end, flashing in onto Solo, who still had armor on him. But what I was going to be saying is that when Someday now gets met with FBI and Huhi, when you have a bottom lane that also wants attention, you're always torn with, well, who is the jungler? What I enjoy about Someday the most, that he'll do those sides, and he's not the only player in the world that can do that. A lot of players can play weak and strong side, but he'll do both well. Like, he'll actually give it his all. You know he's doing it with a smile. He's trying his hardest, and now they're looking for Huhi, who gets popped.
Oh. Good shot down there.
Deleted.
Smoothie with the combo, popping the Magnet Storm. Now Closer going to have to run. The Jhin ulti actually is going to shut it down. What a snipe from Turtle. And FBI is going to get tagged as well. That's going to be bad news here potentially for the Kai'Sa, as Griffin just going to melt that health bar. Killer Instinct flash from FBI nails it there, but now going to have to fight the Talia and not going to win that fight, especially with Rel attached, as Griffin going to grab yet another kill.
Huge 3 kills just like that, and the Rift Herald 100 Thieves isn't in a position to get anything in that, so that means that CLG really did not from 100 Thieves, and that is a huge deal. This Talia getting fed, I mean, this is considered the best jungler right now. She's got 3 kills. This is not a silly pick that, oh, okay, not a big deal. It's an Italy, right? Can can fall off. This Taliyah can hard carry a game here. And 100 Thieves suddenly, with what looked to be such a dominating and such a praiseworthy performance, is now 2,000 gold behind off of an overzealous reach into blue side.
Yep, we're used to Hui now, except that one ward there just to the right of Smoothie next to that LCS banner, which looks very fancy, I might add.
New little logo and new little mini-Gnar. So he just got out of Mega and has teleport. So looking for that red buff against Someday. Once they get this skirmish settled, they actually can start looking about that teleport. So this is a huge move now that he has this objective. I think this is CLG that's just going to happily take this objective. 100 Thieves will try to contest it with a TP that's not a flank, so we just get a head.
Demonte, thankfully, so less important that he flanks. But Solo's here, maybe ready with a flank. Actually going to spot this TP. Someday going to TP into 4 people. Good flash. Gets himself out of there. 100 Thieves going to try and finish the Dragon and complete the heist. Great shockwave, finds 3. There's the set as well. Going to knock one back. Smoothie looking low. Is going to go down, but just barely. As Close is able to secure the Dragon. But the damage is massive on the other side between the Victor and the Jhin. And that's going to be 1 kill for Pobelter as Demonte is low. FBI also forced to run. Does get shut down, but he gets the shutdown on the other side as he takes down the Taliyah. So 2 for 2 across the board, but the Dragon did go to 100 Thieves.
That's a big shutdown to take at the end of the day, but that fight with the TP from Someday actually didn't get...
With the wraparound here onto Solo, Meganar going to keep Solo pretty forward in this lane, trying to get it pushed in. Cannon is collected there for Someday, but who he's got to be here. Oh, that sleep somehow missed, just barely, even with the setup, but there's the set ulti, there's the slam jam, and that's, thank you ma'am, Someday, it's all yours collected. Who he says, nah. Just taxing that kill there, taking out Solo.
But how can they do that? How can they send 3 people, especially the 2 that are most responsible for vision with the jungler and support, to the bottom lane with
a 1 minute 30 now?
Yeah, and for that Dragon Soul, 100 Thieves should still think about the fight. Winning the fight here can get you the Baron, and the Baron can get you a win into the game despite having no soul. Here comes the flank, though, and engage happening.
Oh, very nice there. Smoothie going to dive in with the rail. They're going to take out Demonte in an instant as Solo is not going to get closer, who is forced to flash away. FBI, though, alongside Hui, face checks the Jhin crit, which isn't a particularly fun feeling. And CLG, they'll grab their pick and they'll shove down mid lane. Particularly fun feeling. And CLG, they'll grab their pick and they'll shove down mid lane.
That's a huge pick to get right away. They're really not thinking about what Taliyah can do to separate the team. You see that multiple members are splitting up to secure vision, but that's when CLG engages with the Weaver's Wall. Just divide and conquer, and it's going to continue to work because there's not a lot of mobility on this side of 100 Thieves. You really just have a bunch of champions that just have to walk across terrain, and that makes it very difficult when the Taliyah can come out of nowhere, divide you from your teammate, and now you are just without, you can come in and go for the Weaver's Wall. The deeper those wards in, the more damaging those walls can be.
All right, well, Solo's TP was forced here because CLG need to be here for this soul fight. Someday is trying to find an angle around the back of it. There's Hui already going to be diving in onto Smoothie. Gets the hook as well, and Victor is just going to get shut down by the Orianna as FBI able to take down Rel on the back end of the fight as well. So make it 2 quick ones there for 100 Thieves. Should be a 1 dragon fight here, but Curtain Call out of Jhin is going to try and poke one down. Someday looking pretty low. The last shot is good enough to get the kill. And now asleep is the mini-Gnar here, but he hops away on his ally to get enough distance between them. And despite those 2 very clean picks, CLG find one back, and 100 Thieves might not be able to get this Dragon now, but Hui again looking back in over the wall between them. And despite those 2 very clean picks, CLG find one back, and 100 Thieves might not be able to get this Dragon now, but Hui again looking back in over the wall with the Hex Flash.
Wild Turtle is so scary right now. These 4th shots on Jhin on low health targets are so nasty.
Oh, Closer just going to get slammed to the wall by Solo. Dragon's already dead. Whoa. FBI going to shred Wild Turtle, though. And Kai'Sa going to flash in over the wall. Hui teaming up over the back of the Dragon Pit to kill Griffin. And that may be Baron here as Solo going to have to be careful. 2 low health members in the pit, though, as Pobelter is going to run down the Kai'Sa alongside Solo. Demonte going to get over to safety. Smoothie here as well. CLG maybe can find another pick here. Smoothie guesses right, sees it over the wall. Demonte, silly spot to be recalling as Rel's going to grab the shutdown.
Wait, Pastry, in that whole thing, 100 Thieves didn't even get the Dragon. It actually went over to CLG. So that's a huge win out of them. They're maybe going for Baron here? No, they really could not.
For CLG and Demonte maybe should have joined his buddy in the brush there for that recall, but it's long gone at this point as CLG are once again poking around the Baron pit. Still close in gold here. as CLG continue to put up a fight here against 100 Thieves. Smoothie again diving in. Oh, what a counter engagement for Hui, but he's going to get blown to pieces as a result. He needed to save FBI, but it cost him his life.
Yeah, that is him going down, but the rest of the 100 Thieves lineup can take a 4v5 if CLG want to go do a Baron here. So 100 Thieves have to be very careful thinking about starting this Baron. So it's not a big deal then that Hui goes down, since CLG is really doing nothing with that pick. In fact, this is a very counter-logic move, Pastry, because you just got a pick and now you've lost the mid-tier 1. So should have been the other way around if there was something to take on the side of 100 Thieves, but CLG will lose the turret after making the pick.
Yeah, bottom wave was very heavily pushed in there, so Solo was dealing with that. 100 Thieves know that the Baron was extremely unlikely to be aggressed on.
But Talia allows you to get the fight with the shove and still be out of harm's way, but they're rushing this Baron. Can 100 Thieves do something about it?
Well, they can see two people in the back of the pit.
Oh, so early.
It's going to be a 50-50. Close are going to try and make his way in there. They're going to look to finish it. Smoothie's in, closed over the top of the wall. He's not going to make it just yet. Baron goes over. It's Pobelta that gets it. But 100 Thieves able to kill Rel in the process. So not a trade they wanted, but I guess they'll have to take it.
Oh, they wanted to burst it down with the Monte using the shockwave, but it was so early. I don't know what they thought was happening. Maybe that Jin was going to use a fourth for the Ocean Soul. They don't want to let 100 Thieves take this, so a 4v4 is about to break out, yet they don't have the smite. CLG does have the smite. They need to pick off Solo. He could be the one to go down here. They've already left.
Who's the only ultimate here, so he's going to ult one in. In goes Pobelta, and Demonte is going to finish it off as Solo can't make it in time to try and save his buddy, who he does take a decent amount of damage going for that engage, but 100 Thieves at least are going to make it an unfair fight as Closer is back out on the map with Pobelta dead. I don't know if CLG can try and take this some total. Now Solo out of position, who he found the grab through the crunch. But Solo not going to be felled just yet. Curtain Call instead going to try and shoot down Someday. But last bullet goes wide there. Crab over to Griffin. 100 Thieves still looking to try and chase, but Someday so low. A good ult there from Soul is going to get FBI low, but he lives just barely. The Dragon is going to finish him off and goes to sleep now Solo, but Closer is just so low as he does put the Nara to sleep, but Someday getting low. A great stun there for Smoothie finds 2, and now Someday going to get shot to pieces by Jin as he finds a triple kill, and CLG once again will keep the Dragon Soul away from 100 Thieves.
This is what we wanted to see, that patience. They know that 100 Thieves is bluffing. There's no jungler here. You can't start the Dragon without the jungler knowing the enemy jungler is nearby with Smite and you're contesting Soul. So him immediately and take him out instantly. But Talia's damage is still comparable to what Victor is dealing now. And Jin gets to be really far back. And once the initial initiation tools go out from 100 Thieves, they can never reach him.
Oh, Turtle. Oh, just barely. FBI is going to dive in on top and get shut down. Cursed at Crumbs as there's a Sleepy Nara as well. Someday ramping over with the flank. There's the slam in from Hui. Rel with the stun is going to try and counter engage, but Someday just going to rip Smoothie apart. Going to be another kill there as it's only Pobelta left alive as 100 Thieves finally line up a team fight.
They get it, and they immediately eliminate. He just walked up to them, got hit by Kaisa, and instantly goes down. It takes so much to take down these carries. A lot of different scenarios that they should not feel nervous or pressured into.
Well, we'll see what happens in a minute 30, because another team fight is surely going to be on the cards. And it's kind of the battle of the two big 2021 80 carries, but Hui again going to try and make it happen. There's Griffin going to get just absolutely deleted by FBI as Hui gifts the jungler on a silver platter to his AD.
This has just been a gift from Hui every single time. Every pick they find is Hui getting someone either flashing against CLG. Continuing to look for these sleeps from the side will get CLG killed. They don't have a jungler right now. They should not be trying to test the waters, but they do.
Yeah, Belt's going to be put to sleep, but no one can really chase in. I take it all back. FBI just destroys him as Closer. He's going to pick up the last hit, but the ulti's not bad. Smoothie, though, going to get crushed as Turtle does pick up Someday, but now Solo's going to save the day. The ulti is good on FBI, but the shields are there for Demonte as Hui is going to peel them off the AD, but Solo, like a Godzilla, just smashes through all of 100 Thieves and is able to take down FBI. Standoff here. Turtle just waiting, going to fire the last bullet. Big chunk of damage to the set despite being decently tanky. And 100 Thieves going to have to go back to base in 3 seconds. And look who's here. It's the enemy jungler.
It might have been enough. It might just have been enough for Talia and Jin to go for this one. Jin has so much damage right now. And yeah, it actually is. The 4v5 out of CLG ends up playing out. And now they are also on the Ocean Soul, but one that is way more powerful on that one. I thought this was so risky to continue to dance with 100 Thieves here, but they commit to going on to Pobelter, which is what...
All right, well, not really time to rest and talk about it, Crumbs, because CLG are back on the Baron once again. Closure is here, but the Baron is getting shredded.
The Mega Gnar buffs, that's all we can say. Mega Gnar got buffed, he did all that damage in Mega Gnar.
50-50 again. Weaver's Wall's going to cut him off. Closer just has to get in and try and steal it. Who's going to grab it? Baron is on the table. It's Pobelter again. That last hit, but somebody's going to try and win the team fight instead for the 100 Thieves. FBI in there, but it's Solos. He's going to slam him, but there's Hui going to peel him off there as we'll chase down the now Wild Turtle, though, able to kill the front liner there as 100 Thieves are now also without a player, but FBI is hunting. Oh my goodness, the damage from the Jhin and the Talia is enough to give Turtle the double kill, and 100 Thieves go a little too far on that play.
So both ADs can kill each other in one shot. That's the stage we're at in this game. Really high-octane game at CLG, but results continue to kind of be the same, where you don't really know who's won or lost these fights, as they picked Pobelter right away, didn't get to use many of his spell rotations, but then the rest of the team still has enough damage in the tank with the Talia on the retreat.
Well, you can see at 15 minutes, the game flipped and CLG started having a gold lead. And now it's 37 minutes in, and CLG still have a gold lead, but nobody has the Ocean Salt. Who's going to get killed here, and nothing Set can do, even with the W fully stacked. A Smoothie's going to collect credit for that one.
See, this is the kind of combination that I'm starting to like to see, because we hadn't seen Talia with Rel before, so we didn't really know what their synergies were, but that's how Skarner won World Championship teams with Skarner. It's like, how he dodges everything. All right, pick Skarner. Good luck.
We got him. All right, well, 100 Thieves getting pushed in here by the Red Bull Baron Power players. CLG continuing to extend their gold lead, but really need to do the winning the game thing, which they have struggled to do so far in the lock-in tournament. But it would be a very impressive win against 100 Thieves. They can pick it up here. They are going to crack mid-inhib. Always a good first step into finishing off that Nexus. But 100 Thieves, we know they've got the team fights locked and loaded. It's just a matter of, I think at this point, can you kill Wild Turtle? Like, Pobelter's a big threat as well. He's got 4 items, including a Rabadon's. Like, you need to be very careful around the CLG. Turtle going to be the target, perhaps? No, doesn't get grabbed, but he's going to get snared up instead by Turtle. And again, Hui just cannot tank this.
Yeah, you have to be way more careful than that, because there was no Pobelter nearby, nor Griffin. They're just going to concede the soul, and they conceded because of that initial chunk, and Hui can't engage anymore. He has no angle. He was spotted from that vision, and they know they can still win this game without that Ocean Soul, but it is a lot harder now, and I think a big part of it is going to have to be FBI diving in. Part of it is going to have to be FBI diving in. If they can use that to combine with the hard CC, but they're going for something. Here he is.
Goods on is for Griffin. Needed to get it done there. Going to get himself shot down, but FBI just getting shredded by everyone. Pobelter's ulti doing so much work, but he is going to fall to Someday. A critical pick off there for 100 Thieves' solo. Almost going mega, but doesn't really have an angle here. Still ultis left for 100 Thieves, so Demonte is chasing. But Pobelter down makes team fighting tough on CLG.
Yeah, they have to back off now. They
Baron, and they know that, so that's going to give 100 Thieves time to maybe start the objective. At least they clear out the vision and get the Scuttle Crab. But they are going to start it here.
This case is very fed. They have to go in.
Yeah, this Baron might be dead already. Kind of the opposite of the situation. In fact, the Baron is dead there. Closure able to smite it away, but there's Smoothie going in again with Magnet Storm. Ulti there from Solos. Massive as Orianna is going to fall down. FBI also has been shredded in CLG. They finally find the wall to line things up, and Someday is going to be the only one left alive for not very much longer. Someday tries what he might. He's going to try and keep the game alive, but that's the Bud Light ace and the victory for CLG as they'll take down 100 Thieves.
Baron for the game, Pastry, the classic trade of the LCS here. 100 Thieves will get ace cleanly. Both carries got deleted by Solo with a huge ultimate at the end. It looked like a great call. I got to hand it to them. They didn't see it coming. They got the objective, but the team fight setup was all CLG.
All right, well, the Nexus will fall, and CLG going to pick up win number 1. We thought 100 Thieves were the hottest looking team after day 1, and they were, but CLG say not so fast.